do an unboxing of the KitchenAid tilt head 5-quart. First off, when you buy one of these, you're going to see that you have a lot of choices. Your first choice should be what size, if you want the tilt head or the one that raises, which is more of an industrial one. I knew that my use would not be to that extent, so I went with the tilt head 5-quart. This is more of a medium size. This is probably their most common. After that, you get another choice of picking which color you want, and I went with the cobalt blue because that is a color that I've always loved and would say is probably my favorite color. So we're going to go ahead and do the unboxing. With it, you will see that you actually get multiple pieces with it. It's not just the stand and the bowl, but you also get the beater, the whisk, the dough hook, and a batter shield. So without further ado, we will open the box. One great thing about KitchenAid is that you can add accessory after accessory, so your Christmas list will continue forever. You can get the pasta maker, you can get a meat grinder, and a multitude of other options, as well as you can upgrade your bowls to glass or ceramic in the color that you choose. You can also upgrade the batter with a spatula on it. This is a little heavy, so I'm going to put it on the ground to get it out of the box. Alright, so I have now unboxed my brand new one, but you will see that I have an addition on the counter with me. This is my grandfather. This one was my grandfather's, and as you can see is a very lovely retro avocado green, which was very in style when he bought it and is not necessarily my style today. So I only really was upgrading the color because KitchenAid is a appliance that will last and stand. And I will tell you, just as why I have this one and now the blue one, when I was a young child, I remember visiting my aunt and she had one of these and I wanted one desperately. So desperately that although they're in a price point that's could be reasonable if you bake often, I was not willing to purchase it, but when my grandfather passed away, I requested to get his because I wanted one so bad. However, it still works, it still runs. My grandfather added multiple pieces to his meat grinder and everything, which attaches here. And as you can see, he has even the batter pourer guard, the bowl, and he had multiple pieces for it. I had a hard time finding a dough hook that fit on it, so I wanted one that was a color that I preferred, so I went with the cobalt blue. This one is still, I would call Old Faithful and true, and I've baked with it, but again, I just wanted one that I could call my very own. This is also part of the Artisan series, and you can see that it is somewhat of a high gloss. And if you want to pick by blue, trust me, there's a billion blues you could get. I say a billion, but there's several. So it does, as I said, is a tilt head feature, and it's going to come in the bowl with it. Initially will be your whisk, great for beating eggs or getting them frothy if you're going to do a meringue or something, and it simply clicks on. Another great thing about KitchenAid is they haven't really had to update their style too much. The mechanics of it really still function much like the early ages of one, the one that's easily 20, 30 years old. They operate very similar. There's a few differences, but mostly cosmetic, not really a make or break for it. So it sits in there, it does have the locking feature, and it does have the stir feature on this side. Then it goes up to as high as 10 to go fast, depending on your recipe. You have to unlock it if you want to tilt it again. They come off very easy. I mean, obviously I don't even really know what I'm doing and it works so easy, it's amazing. So this one would be for batter. The first thing that comes to my mind is brownies, but cake or even probably a pie filling would work with this. And they are coated, which is very nice, will help not scratch the bottom of the bowl. And then the dough hook. This is a C dough hook. They do have the spiral dough hook. My understanding is that fits on certain size bowls, so you want to be conscientious of that if you did an upgrade. The dough hook is for, as you say, dough. Pizza dough, bread dough. My favorite is cinnamon roll dough. That's probably what will be the first thing I make with it. This front part here is where you actually would do many of your attachments, your pasta maker, your meat grinder, all of those actually attach here. Unfortunately, I no longer have the cap, but you can see that it is really similar, as you could actually pretty much put it on the vintage one, but it does fit on there nicely in case you're never using, if you're not going to use that feature. It also, the difference between the vintage one and a new model is that the shield and the batter protector, splatter protector, it's all one piece. With the vintage one, it was actually two pieces. So that is the unboxing of the Artisan KitchenAid 5-quart. I have not used it, this one particularly yet, so I can't necessarily give a review, but my preemptive review would say it's going to be amazing. We'll see after I make my first batch of cinnamon rolls. Thank you.